What's up? What's going on, my friends? How you doing? I just got back in from the Caverns of Ixalan pre-release. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I don't know why, but tonight that name just feels long. Anyhow, just got back. Oh, had a fun time. Hold on, let me share the live stream link before I get distracted, because that is always a danger. Right, here we go. Oh yeah, get that good deep scratching going on. Get down, see if I can get to the brain. All right, here we go. Okay. I think the internet seems like it's a bit wonky tonight at my place. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, switch this up. And, okay. Maybe the internet sorted itself out mostly. That actually seems all right. All right, sweet. So we're good in that regard. So we got everything done. Yeah, it's just time to say hello and sip some root beer. I can do both those things pretty easily. What up? Doomblade, Gossett, Iceman, Crazy, Shelton, Soul, Chris B, Nathan, Juglum, Joel, Beasley, Yamagoro. What's going on? What up, Garly? Hello to assembled lurkers as well. What's going on, my friends? It's Friday night, and whether you went to the pre-release or not today, hope you had a good day, buddy, because mine has been like mega chill. It's been a pretty solid day, and I definitely had fun at the pre-release. I got my kit here. I need to de-sleeve my deck because might be going tomorrow, actually, for some more, depending. My buddy who I normally go to the pre-releases with wasn't able to come out tonight and play, but he might be able to make it out tomorrow. So I want to make sure I have my sleeves ready in case that's what we end up doing. You know, you want to be ready. You want to be ready to play your magical rectangles, right? Joel, you sent me some pictures on Facebook. All right, bro, I'll take a look at them. I don't have that set up on here, so I'll look at those later, my man. It's nice getting fun scores. Juglum, how did Magic go? It was good. It was good. It was a pretty chill time. I didn't score anything too insane. Like, you know what? Hold on. I'll de-sleeve my deck, and then I'll show you the rares. I'll have to squint at the cards half the time to figure out which is which, because the expansion symbols on this set are not useful differentiators. They don't work. They don't work particularly well, right? But man, yeah, I definitely had fun. I got hosed the one game by, I can't remember what the hell the name of it is, because there's a billion new Magic cards, and I can't really obviously keep up with all of them. But it's an artifact that costs like 5 to put out, and then it destroys like every creature except one creature from each player that has power 2 or less. So in the game I played, it was just a board wipe. It wiped out all the creatures, and then you like craft it and you flip it over, and it turns into like a flying beat stick golem that I don't remember the stats, like 5/3 or something like that. That makes it so your opponents can only either cast spells or attack on any given turn. They can't do both. That's insane. It's like, did you cast spells? Can't attack this turn. Did you attack this turn? Can't cast spells. And it's like, what? And it's like, yeah, it's a wrath that flips into that. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. But I repped with my own sleeves, man. Oh, I love these are what I bust out for the pre-release. They look good. Kenny, hoping to get your pre-release kit today. Nice. Enjoy it when you do, bro. So yeah, ultimately, I had a very nice time. It was sweet, and I ran into I ran into my buddy Double Strike Daddy, and guess what? Me and him are together. We're going to the face-to-face event that's happening at the end of the month. So like the 24th, 25th, 26th, that time frame, that weekend, we're going to be in Toronto. We're going to that. He wants to go, so I'm going with him, and Carly's coming with me too. So we're all coming to Toronto later this month. So yeah. That's pretty neat. I'm calling it the Double Struck Tour. Me and the inventor of Double Strike together. We're going. And he told me they're going to have a little table set up for him to play some Magic on or whatever. So I think he's planning on bringing some signed cards. So I'll probably do the same. I'll probably have some signed cards to hand out as well, because that's a good idea. I didn't do that the last time I showed up. And so when a bunch of people asked me for pictures, I didn't have cards to give them. And I'm like, oh, I should have. That would have been nice. That would have been fun. Give them a signed land or something. So I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to remember to do that. I never think of that kind of stuff, right? I just showed up to that event because I wanted to go to it, see what was going on. And then it's like, oh, yeah, hey. That's right, Blue Cats. Wayne, you are correct. Maddie, cards have so much text on them. You're right, bro, for real. Actually, when it came to this event, here's what I did. I went, okay, it looks like it wants me to be white-green overall because most of my rares are in white and green. So I'm going to play white and green. And I took every white card, every green card, and every artifact and threw them in and went, this is my deck. And it ended up being like a 60-card deck, and it played just fine. There's Carly saying, roll out the red carpet. Yeah. All right. De-sleeving's going apace. The cards are definitely getting more powerful. I got that one dinosaur that I freaked out about. Thanks, Microsoft Defender. The antivirus didn't find any threats during it. Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't particularly worried about that. I've done like nothing on this computer. What would even get on here? But whatever. Anyways, that derailed me. That made me forget what I was saying. Is this a rare? It is, man. These expansion symbols. This set is the worst set I've ever seen for having a hard time differentiating the rare. The Raptor. Yeah, I got the Eladamri Vineyard Raptor. That's right. That's what it is, isn't it? Is it a Raptor? Hold on. Yeah, I got the Raptor. Thing's bonkers, man. It's bonkers. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Man, the card quality in these pre-release kits is rough. You can feel it. Like the first pack that I opened, it was rough. And the rarity symbols, not great. It's good that it's printed at the bottom of the card, whether it's rare, mythic, or whatever, because the cards, like, I put these straight into the sleeves out of the pack, but they don't even feel consistent from card to card. It's getting easier and easier to fake Magic cards. My buddy, he went to sell some cards, found out his Wheel of Fortune's fake. He got hosed. His Wheel of Fortune's fake, and he got some dual lands from the same person, so they're probably going to turn out to be fake as well. Crazy? No, I've never been there at all. Don't even know where it is, in all honesty. I don't know that much of Toronto. I lived in Toronto for a few years, so I'm pretty familiar with particular parts of the city, the ones that I like lived and worked in. But Toronto's such a massive metropolis that most of it I don't even know, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing some more of it because we're gonna be staying at a place I've never stayed at before when we go up later this month. So I'll be curious to see what that part of the city's like. Doomblade, any complaints from people at the store? No, everyone's just having a good time, man. Here's the reality of Magic the Gathering. In the game stores, you will not find people complaining much overall. Like, they'll complain about the outcome of a game of Magic as opposed to the overall game of Magic. There's a rare breed of people who are like, I go to game stores and I'm also like just really angry at the game. You know, like people who are really upset at the game. They're not giving it their money. They're like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and skip out on the pre-release or whatever else, you know? And like, I'm in the middle. I want Magic to be better, and I know I definitely criticize it, but ultimately, I want to enjoy it. And I had a really nice time today, having a good time. I had a really nice time having a good time. Well, hey, that works, even if it's not the most eloquent way of putting it. Jack, you got a kit just to see how bad the quality is, and yeah, you have proxies that are better quality. Yeah, actually, like the proxies that I've seen, I don't think I've seen a worse proxy than some of the cards from these packs, right? Brent, I don't want to talk about it. All right, hold up. Let me switch the view over so that we can see the rares and stuff that I got. So check it out. I got Galta. That was a pretty sweet score. So we'll start with the ones that are in my deck. And as long as I can actually read the expansion symbols right. All right, that's a foil, but it's not very exciting. So I'll show it to you, but I'm not going to leave it out there. Because it ain't no rare. Who cares, right? Foil staggering size. Meh. What else? Okay, so this is rare. Sanguine Evangelist. I never got this out. I didn't even read it. 3 mana, 2/1 battle cry. Whenever it attacks each other creature gets +1/+0. When it enters the battlefield or dies, create a 1/1 black bat token. Oh, that's pretty solid. That feels like it would have been alright. It feels weird though. The card feels weird, man. Ugh. Okay, what else did we get? Because I got pushed pretty strong into green-white from what I cracked. This card turned out to be gross, man. The Dusk Rose Reliquary, like the O-ring that will get rid of an artifact or creature and has ward 2, but you have to sacrifice for it. Like, it's gross. This is gross. Like, not like outside of sealed events. This thing was alright too. Making little gnomes and boosting all your guys as an Anthem style card. The clay-fired bricks. Hey, here we go. Here's another rare. Boom. Hulking Raptor. Oh, I never got to see this guy either. I saw this guy multiple times, the Raptor. I've got Okonek. This is the 4 mana. Oh, the 3/4 guy. Whenever he attacks, he boosts your guys. Yeah, I never got to see him in action. Yeah, there's one more rare. So, look at that. Look at how many rares were in green-white, right? Obviously, that's a calling. That's being pulled into it. What up, Everett? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Nate? All right, so that's not all. Those are the rares from my deck. So, let's see. Let's see what we got here. We got Tarian's Journal and Preacher of the Schism and Roaming Throne. Those, I believe that's all the rares. I'm just going to double check. See if there's any other foils or anything else hiding in here. Okay, yeah. That's all of them. That's all of them. Jack, you got a Cavern of Souls and a Mana Crypt. Damn. I mean, I'm all right. I did all right with what I got, but you scored hard. Maddie, after the second reminders, you stop telling your opponents their missed triggers. With all the complexity, how far do you go with reminding your opponent? You know what, bro? That's actually a really good question. And that's not, no, I don't think anybody has ever actually said to me, like, what's your threshold for helping your opponent? And I'm going to be real when I think about it. I don't actually have, like, a hard and fast rule for it. I think that it's situational. Like, for example, the person that I was playing against today, who was like super new to the game. They were like, the Wild of Eldraine was her first pre-release, and she's all stoked and just like, yeah, like I want to get better at this game. I want to have a good time. all this kind of thing. So like for me, I was not gonna. It's like you do whatever. Like you can if you mess up, don't worry about it. You can kind of unwind that stuff. And honestly, there was only one situation where she's like, "Does it work like that?" It's like it works like that. You get your creatures tapped, you get the bonus token, all of it, right? And she was just like, "Oh, I'm not sure." It's like, no, that is how it works. And even if it wasn't, it's super casual. So something as simple as like the timing of when you play this during combat, nobody's really going to get up on you over that. So don't worry too much about that at this stage, right? So for me, I'll remind if somebody's like a real noob and I like them, I'll give them way more reminders and stuff like that to help them out than like if somebody is just unpleasant, then I'm just like, let's get this game over with. You make your mistakes, you make your mistakes. That's how I explained it to the one who was excited about playing and wanted to get better. At the end of the game, I asked her, I was like, yo, you said you want to get better at this game, and I've been playing a considerable amount of time. I have a bit of feedback I can give you on the game we played that can probably help you if you're willing to hear it, but I don't want to be rude and just tell you whatever. So she's like, yeah, go ahead. And so I explained to her, like, like part of the problem you're running into is you value your own life points too highly, and that it works like this. Like when I swung in with my one dinosaur, and you had two gnome tokens that were both 2/2s and this other 4/4, and I expected you to either block with the 4/4 or double block and take it out because you could just keep making more. Like the tokens were throwaway, but instead she opted 2 turns in a row to just throw a token in front of the dinosaur just to not take damage. And then it didn't end up killing the dinosaur. The dinosaur was a continuing problem. And it's not a huge, obvious kind of thing when you're new to the game. So I was just explaining. I'm like, it's like D&D rules when it comes to life. It's like nothing matters. And she's like, but your last point of life. I'm like, see, you already get it. You already get it. So I just said magic at the heart of it is a lot of it. You can't control the randomness, but a lot of it is about who makes more mistakes in a game. So minimizing your mistakes, capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes will get you pretty far. And I was like, that's about all I got to say kind of deal. So I had fun, and I felt like that feedback was welcomed by somebody who was interested in getting better at the game. So that was fun too. It's just like sometimes you play against weirdos who are like, they want to win, but they're really, really into it. And you're just like, I mean, sometimes I just straight up tell them, like, just so you know, I'm giving you the win on this. I'm not even staying for the whole event. I'm leaving early, and I don't care about getting a win all the way through. So we're going to play and have fun. You're going to get a 2-0. So you can calm down and just play some Magic with me, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to have a good time and play Magic. Pre-release is like a relaxed vibe for me, and I literally don't care if I lose, right? Like, that's what I did with that girl that I played against at the beginning. I was like, yo, I'm not sticking around for the entirety of this event. I don't care. So just have a good time. Don't feel too stressed. I'm just going to give you the win either way, because this is what I do. This is what I do when I come to these events. Let's have a good time and just play some fucking cards. And that's the usual spiel, because most of the time I don't stick around for entire pre-releases. I don't care about like battling it out till the end. I'll stick around if I'm having a really good time, but sometimes I just want to go home for dinner or whatever else, like I've been playing Magic for many years. So I want to go out, have a social experience, see the new cards, talk to people I haven't seen in a while, do some fist bumps. Speaking of fist bumps, what's up, Mox Man? How you doing, buddy? I'm going to be up in Toronto later this month if you want to meet up. The face-to-face event that's going down like around the 24th, around then. I'm going to be up in Toronto that weekend. So if you want to get together and say hello, we can do that. We can do that. So yeah, man, I had a fun time overall. And I like playing against people who are chill. It's more enjoyable. It's fine. If people are super, like, everyone goes for their own experience. But one of the things I like about pre-release specifically is that you've got a whole bunch of new cards and everybody's exploring. And I like just slapping my deck together without optimizing it and reading every card and going, I got to get to a tight 40. I ran it as a 60 card deck. Had a great time. Got the devil in me. Brent, every game must be played like training for the world championship match. Yes, get serious. I've met people like that. They just, and that's fine. Everyone has their own experience. I'm not knocking people who want to play like super competitive. Go for it. But I don't know, man. Pre-release, is that maybe in some places, maybe they have really competitive ones. But I just like the casual vibe. Magic the Gathering is a game for me to enjoy, and it's fun to win, but it's more fun to just play and get lost in the ever-shifting puzzle where you might not even be able to win. It might be a puzzle you can't even finish, but it's a puzzle that shifts together between two people based on all these different factors. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's eminently satisfying to play Magic, bro. For real. I had a nice time today. I love Magic. I'm stoked that we're going to a fucking Magic event later this month. I like everything about it, man. I like it. People might not believe it looking at my thumbnails. Oh, Mr. Grouchy Face. Oh, Magic ate another bag of dicks today. But underneath it all, I fucking love Magic, man. I want all the Magic cards, and I love playing the game. And Double Strike Daddy's trying to convince me to do a two-headed giant event with him at the face-to-face thing. And I'm just like, man, the last time I played two-headed giant with him was traumatizing. I was playing like a control deck, bro, and I had both of the other opponents, like both our opponents, under control with my control deck, just begging him to do anything. But he needed to get to 6 mana to do anything with the dead dog of a deck he was playing, and he could never get past 5 mana. So I sat there while one of my heads just going the whole time, going, do something, do anything. How am I keeping both these guys under my thumb and you're doing nothing? And so I did that until eventually my fucking strength gave out, because you can't keep 2 people under your thumb all alone for long. Oh, why do you build a deck where you can't do nothing until turn 6? Till turn 6? What? Why you put all that on me? Right? So, yeah, he wants me to do a two-headed giant thing with him. And I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. Doomblade says, you plan on trying the set out on Arena? I already got the $50 bundle. I mean, when it comes to Arena, bro, the truth is, I want to love Arena. Like, I want to love it. I want to desperately. I want to love Arena. But the problem goes like this. Arena is like set up in a way to frustrate you into spending money. And it's got a bunch of bullshit baked into it to hose you and like kind of give a similar to Magic experience, but not the same thing. And so that outweighs, like, you can have fun on Arena. A ton of people are. But I can't. I just end up getting so frustrated by all the little things. And I wish I was more of a whatever kind of person about it, but I'm not. So when I sit down and I see all these compiled things, it ruins the experience for me. Like, I tried to get back into it for Lord of the Rings. I was like, yeah. And I went to get into a Lord of the Rings event, and it just kept locking up, and like I had to wait forever for loading. And then when I tried to edit my deck, the game just like locked up completely. And I'm not playing on some garbage computer. I'm playing on a computer that's fine for playing Arena. Arena's the problem, right? So the software issues and the nature of the relationship between us and Wizards in that has kept me away from it, because paper is just so much better, and Arena can't do it for me, bro. Hey, Millmaster, thanks for gifting the membership to Felonious Tea, bro. So yeah, I like playing Magic in person, and the Arena had a lot of potential. At the beginning, like, I was there for the beta, and it felt better. But I watched as they just went like, how do we give you less and less? Like, the most emblematic thing I can think of for that is the booster pack stuff, like, and the events. They used to do events where it's like, play in these events and we'll give you free styles. All of this, right? And then you've got like, okay, we're going to start charging for these events. It's like, okay, that's one thing. But then you've got the booster packs where they go, packs are normally 1,000 gold. And then were like, we're doing a discount pack. It's 500 gold. And you're like, wow, that's actually a great deal. Like, that's a great deal. Jack says, face to face with Hatcher's trauma and two-headed giant. That's it. I got to face the music, bro. I got to face the music. So yeah, it's like 1,000 gold for a booster pack. Oh, it's on sale. It's 500 gold. Then it's 600 gold. Then it's 700 gold. Then it's 800 gold. Then it's 900 gold. So now it's 900 gold. 900 gold and 1,000 gold are the same thing as far as I'm concerned. 900 gold is a begrudging I'll take it. I don't feel like you've done me a favor. You haven't built any goodwill with this. So you have that. You have the predatory way they play the free gem game. It's not free gems. People call it free gem day. If it was free gem day, it would work like this. I click a button, I get free gems. Nothing else. That's it, right? The same way they give away booster packs under certain conditions or whatever. That's free gem day. That's not what this is. If I go, I'll give you $10, but you have to pay me $5. That's not free $5 day, right? That's conditional get $5 for free day. And there's a huge difference there. The difference is you need the initial $5. But it's way grosser because it's gems. Do you want the free gems? Well, you just need to buy them with gems. And then it's like, oh, but I don't have any gems. Yeah, but look, if you were going to buy gems and you buy gems today, then you can use some of those gems for free gem day. And it's like a bonus gem. Like you're getting more for your money. And that makes you a smart consumer. Don't you want to be a smart consumer? It's a fucking skis. And they go, well, no, because look, we give a gold option. Oh, and how much gold is it, by the way? Oh, well, actually, it's more gold than anybody can easily, reasonably earn in a day. So you offer up a gold option. But for all the people who just spend the resources, it's going to be virtually impossible for them to generate the resources to get free gem day without an expenditure of cash, right? Like, it's all psychologically manipulative. They have the little gigantic orange indicator. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you got packs to open. Boop, 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 boop. Come to the store. There's deals. But even after you click on that, you look up at the top, the store icon has a tiny little part of it that's this glowing orange. Just the tiniest part. Small enough that you probably won't pay attention to it, but big enough that subconsciously your eye will be drawn to it as they attempt to manipulate you into the store. They're literally studying every way they can psychologically fuck you out of your dollars. So, no, I don't like Arena. It's a gross garbage pit where Wizards wants to stick their dick up my fucking nose. And instead of figuring out how to get me to stretch my nose out of joy, they're trying to figure out how to stretch my nose out of frustration themselves. And excuse me, they're my holes. I'll stretch them if I choose to. Tantalize me. Don't terrorize me. So, whatever, man. I'm not trying to stop people from enjoying Arena. I just have a bunch of issues with it. And I couldn't put any enjoyment into it because it just gets sucked right back out. I try because, like, whatever. I just want to play Magic. But, yeah, what are you going to do? Doomblade says, what if you only play Brawl and need one edition of a card? How would that experience be? I mean, you're still in the same skis bag setup, but you need less cards if that's what makes you happy. I mean, you certainly need to get less things. It's harder for Wizards to, like, maneuver you if you're only a Brawl player, right? Nathan says, Doomblade does it right. Ties 10% when he talks about spending the stream. There you go. There you go. Devin, yep, you can buy the gems with gold, but it's like 1,500 gold. And it's difficult to make 1,500 gold in a day if you have no gold, unless you're willing to sit down and grind out 15 wins while the algorithm intentionally pitches. Like, it can look at your deck every time and go, we've looked at your deck and we've decided what to pair you against to give you the results that we want, right? Like, it's not a one-to-one with Magic. For example, if you go on MTGO, you can play in drafts. You'll just be playing against the people in that draft pot. Arena's set up in a way where they can run you into a wall, where it's like, no, you can't keep going based on skill and just keep scoring based on what would actually happen in real Magic. We're going to force you into a wall. There's all this stuff, right? And I don't trust Wizards not to be skis bagging underneath. So it's just, I avoid the frustration of all of it. Because the joy that it offers me does not exceed the annoyance of the skis. And I've like got a bunch of like physical Magic cards to play with, so So you only got two options with Arena. You can spend money to get a bunch of stuff and goof around, or you can be a free-to-play player. But to have any kind of reasonable collection as a free-to-play player, you have to play a bunch, and Wizards is actively working against you as a free-to-play player. They notice, they're like, yo, guys, we notice that you're building collections in the new set too easily. So we're going to push when the drafts happen with this stuff back by a couple of weeks. And then they notice you're still having too easy a time building the set. So now we're only going to do it 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off intentionally. And then afterwards, when they notice things are dropping off and they go, look, we know you guys like building your collection out through drafting. So we're bringing back drafting full time of the new set. Wait, just kidding. We created this thing called Golden Boosters instead. And it's just like filling your collection through drafting. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Because if that's what you wanted, you would reinstate drafting. Nope. Golden boosters are this amazing thing where you just get awesome standard cards in them and you get them for doing this. And you only get standard cards in them. And then later they came along and were like, hey, by the way, we changed golden boosters. So if you have them now, they don't work the same way. Remember how we said they could only have standard cards? Well, now they can only have standard cards. And also non-standard cards like Lord of the Ring cards. And it's like, say what? Yeah, they're only going to include standard cards and cards from sets like Lord of the Rings. And it's like, but that's not a standard set. And you said these packs were standard. And you said these were to make up for this drafting stuff. Yeah, well, we're liars and we'll say whatever. Just like they didn't want to give historic. They fought tooth and nail to not even have to create a format. They wanted standard. When your cards rotated out of standard, you don't even use them. Whatever. And then they grudgingly made historic, and they went, you gotta pay 2 wild cards per for it. And people went, fuck off. And they went, fine, one per. And then they just went, this is going to be where everybody plays tournaments. And like, we suck at programming, this don't work good. And when we run tournaments, we don't have a special second client that we use where we can reconstruct events and stuff. We're clown-faced fucking idiot goons. So yeah, this is all going to be a shit show. Oh, we can't turn this into the Pro Tour. Well, fuck it. You know what? Historic's a fucking rotating format now, dickhead, because everything in Magic is. And then people en masse were like, Alchemy, my nutsack. Fuck you and your mother. I'm leaving. And then after a while, they went, wait. We know you want a non-rotating format. We know you do. So here's what we're going to do. Give us 6 years to build Pioneer. It's such a lie. It's such a lie. By the time they flesh that all out, it's totally just going to be like, well, guys, our research says that Historic is actually really, really popular because of Alchemy. So we're putting Alchemy into Pioneer by popular demand, and you'll be auto-queued into Alchemy Pioneer games to bump our number. I mean, because that's what everybody likes, and to create the illusion that that's the default that everybody plays, and we'll bump up the games that way. Oops! But don't worry, we know you don't want a fucking you want a non-rotating format, so we're gonna give you Majumbaneer, but we're gonna need 6 years to build it out. Oh, like fucking Christ, man. It's like getting fucking donkey punched. You're just getting railed in the ass, punched in the back of the head, and being told you're being given a fucking Nuru massage. And it's like, come on, man. You're not fooling me. Doomblade says, yeah, Arena gets frustrated with Reagan. When I play ramp decks, I still somehow get a bad hand or bad draws instead of random draws. It's better for Wizards if you just get frustrated if you just have fun with the cards that you have. How does Wizards make more money? They need you to acquire. And the fucking shit that they say is so disingenuous, bro. Like for real. When they were asked why they don't have a dusting system, you know how like other card games have a dusting system? I have a bunch of cards I can't use. I can turn them into dust. Then this dust can be turned into actual cards, right? Wizards of the Coast officially came out and fucking said they don't have a dusting system because destroying cards like that is inherently destructive, and they don't want their players focused on destructive negative elements. And it's like, we're setting each other on fire, and what? We sacrifice living beings and stuff and fight with dinosaurs. It's like the lies they tell are hilariously dumb, where you just go, what? Like, it's amazing. The Arena lies are the laziest, dumbest lies. Like when they came out with Alchemy, and they're like, guys, Alchemy is the best thing on the planet. It's the best thing on the planet because listen, anytime there's a problem, we can actually just fix the cards. And on the surface, you go, wow, actually, that's a really great point about Alchemy. And they're like, yeah, we definitely didn't just create this as a system to try and circumvent giving you wildcards. That's not what it's about. It's definitely not about giving you wildcards. It's about being committed to a format and making sure that it works. So this format won't have to have bannings because we can change cards. Flash forward. So we're banning Grinning Ignis. And it's like, sorry, you what? Yeah, we're banning Grinning Ignis because it combos with these new rares. And it's like, why don't you fucking change one of the cards? Like, if you don't want to change the rares, change Grinning Ignis. And they said, it's amazing. I had to read it multiple times. They're like, okay, guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we change the Grinning Ignis card, then that stops the combo. So we're not changing the card, but we need to stop the combo. So we're banning the card. And it's just like, but you said changing the card would stop it from working. And you said before that this format doesn't have bans and you can change things. And then they're just like, yeah, but see, if we change Grinning Ignis, it stops this combo. So to stop the combo, we're banning Grinning Ignis. And it's like, so what are you actually saying? And then like translation bot, what we're actually saying is the amount of money it would cost to program the changes to Grinning Ignis exceed the cost of giving you all uncommon wildcards. Get fucked. Alchemy will be diminished as a format if it is financially the best choice for us. So we will ban uncommons because we don't care about giving you uncommon wildcards. But we'll avoid banning rares because we don't want to give you rare wildcards. So they ban Ignis, and those busted ass cards that they didn't ban, the rares, they had to get changed like a month later. Because these greedy ass clowns don't fucking test shit. And they're just like, well, whatever. But like, it's so blatant. It's so blatant. Guys, it would cost money to reprogram Grinning Ignis, so we're banning it. That's it. There's no... Like, you read the announcement, and it literally fucking says that changing the card would stop the combo. And the whole point is they have to stop the combo, so they're banning the card. And it's just like, man... Like, I wish you were a person. Like, I wish, like, this announcement and you as an entity were a person, and I was allowed to smack you in the mouth for talking to me like this, because it's so ignorant. It's so ignorant to be talked to like you're a fucking moron. To have a corporation talk to you like you are completely fucking ignorant. Like, are you fucking high right now? I can read the words you put down. I can read the words you put down. It's like that fucking, where Wizards has got it through their head where it's like, guys, I know why Standard has failed. Because we ban and manage the format. Fuck it, no more bans. We gotta show them no more bans. How do we show them no more bans? Well, we'll do an announcement where we unban stuff. And then the next ban announcement, we'll show them we don't even take banning seriously anymore because we'll turn it into a product announcement for fucking play boosters. Like, holy fucking shit. The more I think about what Wizards does, the more I get tweaked, and the more I wonder why people get upset at me that I'm like, what? Like, I'm pointing out all this shit. It's so fucking obvious. These greedy cockmongers and their dumb fucking bullshit. It tweaks me. It's fucking insulting. It's the way they fucking talk to us is insulting. These fucking dickheads unban some cards and then go, so we know everybody's talking about Orcish Bowmaster and the One Ring. Here's the thing. We're going to let them ride. And the language on the One Ring was the best. Look, we could ban the One Ring because it's in a lot of decks, but it can go in a lot more decks, so we're leaving it. And it's like, go back and look at like every fucking colorless card that you've ever banned, and virtually every one of them will say the same thing. It was too strong, and because it was colorless, it went into too many decks. Thus, it's banned. So to see them go, this fucking strong ass artifact can go into more decks is like, what is going on? Someone's over there just going, we're going to play 7th dimensional chess, bro. What if instead of acknowledging that colorless cards going in everything is a problem, what if we act like that's what we want and more of it should happen? Because we got to sell this for a whole nother year, bro. And I don't know how much crazy juice I can sell these people. Yamagoro companions were never broken. Yeah, they were. Yes, they were. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They were broken, man. They were broken. Changing a card's inherently destructive. Oh, you're destroying the format. Executioner, you love my rants? Thumbs up, bro. Thumbs up. Yeah, like Companion is so broken that Rosewater literally like he tried to do it a billion years ago, like 15, 20 years ago, and they were like, "Don't do this." See, Magic's all fucking horny to ignore its own rules. Where it's like, yo, what if everything was fucking free and you had 57 cards in your hand and they all had 80 abilities? And is there a way to put a third side on a card? Because I'm running out of. Can we put every ability on this card? Like, it's fucking turbo crack cocaine insane town now. Like, this fucking shit. This is fucking bonkers. This is fucking bonkers. 4 mana fucking 5/3 with Ward 2 that gives you 2 green mana every turn. There's no downside. It's all upside. It's so stupid they can't help themselves. The power creep is fucking out of control. It's wild, bro. It's wild. Millmaster, you think a win on Arena is not the same as a win on paper or MTGO? It's not. Well, Arena is fundamentally not the same. It's very similar, but it's not the same as MTGO or paper. Those are the real experiences, and Arena is the simulation that can give you most of it. It can give you most of it. So yeah, man, like the cards. The cards are crazy. I like crazy cards to have for my cube and stuff. But I just mean like, what's standard gonna be like? What's standard gonna be like with these play boosters? And how's limited gonna go? We're gonna have more juiced up insanity, bro. More juiced up bomminess. So yeah, man, I just ended up getting too aggravated with Arena. It just became more and more diminishing returns overall, and just feeling like they're just trying to manipulate you and cut you off from the stuff you enjoy and try and find a way to like just get you to spend, you know? It just feels like a skis. It's not fun. Paper Magic never felt like the kind of skis that Arena did. I mean, in late times, Wizards has just become skis on a bunch of different angles, unfortunately, right? Like Magic 30 so far has been the pinnacle of that, but Commander Masters and Aftermath, they've just been on a tear of grossness. You know, it's like when you have a fucking friend, but that friend starts to get into questionable behavior because they're fucking like they started getting to drugs or whatever, so now they're stealing people's shit, and you're like, yo, like we're friends and whatever, but I like you less because of the way you're fucking behaving. That kind of shit, right? That kind of deal. Matt, you've tried to, what, all night of pre-release? All you could think about was trying to get people into sorcery? Dun dun dun. Obsessed. Bring your obsession to the masses. Who knows, man? Maybe you can get more people enjoying it with you. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Sorcery has some beautiful cards. Me and Carly had fun playing it. It's definitely not a bad game. It is hard to convert Magic players to other games, though. Especially since they've been like... Magic's a heavily financialized game, so leading them to something else where they're not really going to be able to find the same kind of secondary market can be a big detractor. I wonder if I'm going to get to go to the pre-release tomorrow. Get me some more gritty cards. The set boosters weren't as bad. The set booster quality wasn't as bad, but the rares don't seem as bad. The poorer quality cards mostly seem to be the commons and uncommons, at least. Shouldn't be any of them, though. There's no real excuse for it, you know? Wizards charges a lot for these, and they expect to keep getting to crank the price, and they tout the whole, look at the high margins and cash generative nature of Wizards of the Coast. And it's just like bragging about how much money they can extract for us in return for how little they can spend to get that money. They're like, yo, look at how much money we get compared to like what we put into it. It's not a great feeling. It makes you feel like kind of a fucking chump, you know? Doomblade, you think Magic's secondary market is the only one of its kind now? You don't remember Pokemon being this bad, honestly? It's a wild time. It's a wild time to be in Magic, bro. And thanks for the super chats. I appreciate it. Executioner Weeb Schwarz is never going to be a big one, right? Dudes who want to fucking beat off to fucking toasters that turn into ladies and shit, like, that's fun. Don't get me wrong. I like Weeb Schwarz. Check it out. It's Prussian artillery that turns into a lady that you can fornicate with, right? Hey, imagine your Game Boy turned into a lady and you could be like, insert joystick to play, right? But it was a card and you could live that fantasy life. What up, Ladley? How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. You survived. You exist. How you doing? It's hard to become a big card game, man. It's a difficult task. It's a huge, like almost insurmountable mountain to climb, I feel like. I mean, Magic was like lightning in a bottle. It created the whole industry of like trading card games. Before that, it was just sports cards, basically. Ladley, you're bad. You turned off YouTube notifications. You always miss the live streams. Yeah, that'll happen. He's like, bro, I turned the notifications off like 3 years ago. I completely forgot there were streams. Juglum, yeah, bro. Honestly, everybody seemed happy at the LGS. I like it. People just mostly seem happy about Magic at the LGS. People like to complain online, and I get it. Hell, I make videos talking about the problems too, right? So people enjoy that. I get it. But overall, like, the direction that Wizards is going is bad. And the choices they're making are bad. But tons of people are having fun with Magic. There's plenty of time to course correct. So it's not like Magic is like some fucking dying corpse we have to weep over, like some people want to pretend. Rule, you think Wizards should keep having fictional characters autograph more cards? I'm gonna be real with you. I got no problem with those. I don't care if they're like fictional character with its fictional signature. Meh, that's fine. That's fun to me. They're not trying to pass it off as if it's a real person and go, check it out. And it's just like, you want to be like, hey, technically, autographs can only be done by people. Well, fuck me, man. Technically, Magic's not real. So, I mean, there's that. So, planeswalkers aren't actually a fucking thing for real either. So, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? Who gives a shit? Yeah, go for it. Have the characters with their own signature on the card. Who gives a good goddamn? That's fine. Nothing wrong with it. I don't give a shit. You want to do a fucking signed version of the... Look, man, Garruk is a baseball player is one thing. But Garruk's not a person. You can pretend he's out there in the multiverse attacking worms and stuff and choking out Lillian and all that. You can even have him play baseball. But I draw the line and you putting a squiggle on a card and saying, that's Garruk's signature. It's not! He's not real! He can't sign anything! Like... Right? Like, right? Yeah, there's a lot of things to complain about with Magic, but the fucking fake baseball signature shit on fucking secret lair cards, which are meant to be wacky, goofy nonsense. Carly says, Mike has no empathy for computer life forms. They're not life forms. That's not life. That's not life. That's not, my phone is not alive. My computer is not alive. You can call it a life form that does. Mike has no respect for cardboard life forms. They're not alive. It's not, you don't just get to say things are alive because your fucking primitive brain thinks that it's alive. There's a difference. There's a difference, all right? That Chobit shit. That guy fucking crying about his Chobit's fucking robot girlfriend running out of batteries. She's just running out of batteries, asshole. She's not dying. She doesn't have a soul that's going to hell because you fucked her as a robot out of wedlock, you dumb bitch, or whatever, right? So stop crying. Stop crying and acting like this thing running out of batteries fucking matters. Just charge it back up, right? That's it. That's it. Unless it has a singularly unique consciousness that was created through a fucking freak event that can't be recreated by repowering it, you don't even lose anything. But it's also just a robot. You're gonna fucking cry over your garbage can? Oh no! Oh no, my garbage can doesn't work anymore. Get a fucking grip. People are people. Things are things. There's no fucking overlap, man. People going, Dad, I love my car. I'm going to marry my car. That guy should legally be allowed to fucking drown his son in the river. Like, it doesn't matter that he's like 20 or whatever. When he's like, Dad, I want to marry my car. He should have just been able to take his kid down to the river. And I was like, what are you doing, Dad? He's like, fucking fixing my mistake, bro. This is it. All the gods smile down on this is fucking drown him in the lake, bro. Fuck it. Gonna marry a car. I can't believe I fucked your worthless mother. I should be able to sue her for this. Right? No, man. No, and you're going to be like, I love my Chobits robot. Fuck you. Connect with people, not robots. Executioner problem is he's not a part of the Gatewatch. I don't care. I like Garuk. And the Gatewatch got boring to me with their constant, we want to be the Avengers so bad. So I feel you. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. He's not part of the Gatewatch, but I like Garuk. I like him. But yeah, man, when I'm watching stuff and people are like, oh no, computer, oh no, or they're like, we're going to send the computer off into the deepness of space. Who cares? It's a computer. Oh, but it's programmed to suffer. Well, that's stupid. Whoever made it that way is stupid, but it's still not a person. That's just a robot running a program going, I suffer. You're not, though. You can't suffer. You're a fucking robot. It's impossible. It's literally impossible for a robot to suffer because that's not a thing. You're just executing a program, imagining you're suffering. You're fucking pretending. You're not alive. You're not real. Fuck you. I can't. I watch stupid fucking sci-fi. Oh, this computer's dying. Who cares? Who cares? Get a fucking new one. Go down to the shop and be like, put in a new one. Yeah, but this one, like, it sassed me the way that programmed the fucking new one the same way. You dickhead. It'll be even fucking better. It'll be a newer version. It'll have more shit, and you can program to do whatever it did, and you can get over your weak emotional attachment to your computer thing. Millmaster, is Moonlight real? What are you, a fucking werewolf? What are you? What are you, some kind of lycanthrope? Why are you asking these questions, huh? What's going on? I got YouTube telling me the stream's all wonking out, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It looks like it's fine. Strange. Oh, well, whatever. Change things? Is that what's going on? Do I have like some message? Hold on here. Well, I don't think I've ever changed anything like this before. Let's see if this makes it happy. Is that all right. Well, that might have made the stream better. It might have made the stream exactly the same. It might have made it worse. I don't know. But the computer said, it's like, yo, you should do this. It's like, okay, fine. I'll make this change. We'll see what happens. Millmaster, is moonlight real? It's reflected sunlight. Well, if it's reflected sunlight, then you're saying that the sun is real and its light is real. So if it's a reflection of real light, then yeah, I guess real light reflecting into your eyes is real light. right? What is this? The fuck is this? Bill Nye, the fucking confused guy? I don't even... What is going on? What happened? What happened? I don't even remember what I started yelling about. I remember yelling about magic cards being broken, and then it just turned into some rant about sci-fi computers. And now it's just, is Moonlight real? Am I real? Oh my God! Who's my father? Who am I? Why was my mother fertilized? What is this? I don't need this identity crisis that you're having here over the moonlight. Right? Is this all just a setup to do the Joker quote about the moonlight? Computer life forms, then it all went to shit. That's it, Ladley. One day the computer life forms are gonna show up and they're gonna kick you to the curb, bro. They're gonna be like, you go out on the curb like a computer instead of us now. Millmaster, you're your own dad. That reminds me of the Futurama quote from the professor. Oh, a lesson in not changing history from Mr. I'm my own grandpa. Screw. Oh, got a hiccup here. Screw history. I'm getting sued for copyright infringement by my own body. Woo, come on, man. Oh, the glories of the human body. Just slap one tube and everything can go down that tube. Air, liquid, food, just jam stuff in the tube. Looking forward to the end of the month going up to Toronto, man. That's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I watched that Tuvix episode. Of Star Trek. That's one a bunch of people asked me about when I started talking about Voyager. I'm like, yo, have you seen Tuvix? Did you consider Tuvix being murdered or whatever? And like, it wasn't this big whole thing for me. I just went, fuck off, Tuvix. That's basically how I felt the whole time when it was like, oh shit, he got melded into this goofy, ugly looking fuck who's just... I didn't really care for him. I didn't care that much. And so it's just like, I'm Tuvix. I want to be alive. You can't separate me. That would be killing me. And it's like, yeah, but two people died technically to make you. No, technically didn't die because they live on in me. And it's like, okay, but yeah, if we split them apart, then you live on in them because you're both them. No, but I don't wanna. And then the robot doctor's like, I ethically object. And Janeway's just like, this is really hard for me to decide to do, but fuck it, get down to it, 'cause I'm doing it. And like it was just dumb. I'm like, fucking split them in half. Fuck Tuvix. Who gives a shit? Astro Boy's ass, right? So I was just like, what the fuck ever? Like there was a moment where I thought it was gonna get interesting when Tuvix was just like, I have two men in me. I have the will to live of two men. And I thought that meant he was going to attack Janeway or do anything to try and survive. But he just whined and went around to everybody. Don't you care about me? And it's like, listen, asshole. We've known you for 2 fucking weeks. You've built no fucking life. We know 2 people that you were. But I want to stick around and try and fuck this woman who doesn't want me. Nobody wants you, dipshit. Get split and get fucked. Right? So, yeah, I just like, for me, it was not a moral conundrum. I was just like, cut him back in half. It was a fucking medical calamity. You're a disaster. You're not a person with your own fucking entity rights and shit. I decide I want to stay this way. You're killing me. If that's what you want to think, cry about it, you little bitch. You won't exist in like 14 seconds, so shut the fuck up. It's not even gonna hurt. You're not dying. You're reverting to the 2 halves of yourself, you fucking clown. That was like, I was getting angry at it. I was like, fuck off. Fuck you, Tuvix. When Jane was like, finally, Janeway's just like, lay down, dickhead. I'm getting rid of you. It's good. Nathan, I've never seen Lower Decks. Is that the animated one, bro? Pyre says, Tuvix, the most annoying parts of them. That's true. Split them in Tuvix. When he was looking at Cass, I said to Carly, I'm like, Tuvix wants up in that cervix. Oh, man. So, yeah. And I'm just like, the transporter's horrific, bro. The transporter is horrific. They just, like, store people's information. So you're definitely not, like, the same person. That's not you anymore. They just, like, scramble up a new one of you out of a bunch of atoms and shit. So, like, every time you get transported, you're fucking, like, dying or whatever, bro. That's not even the same person. They just made a new you, and it comes out and it's like, I'm the same person. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just a bunch of bits. They store you on a computer program. Why can't they just clone everybody? It's real confusing. The technology seems horrific. Horrific. There's a bunch of implications, you know? You just go, wait a minute. You've stored people's patterns and stuff. What does this all mean? Nathan, okay, it mixes together a bunch of the different Star Treks and it's animated. Right on. The first time you beam up, your soul's stolen forever. Yeah, your soul just gets obliterated. Like, for real. Like, I picture it the same difference as, like, just imagine you're like, one to beam up, and they just fucking blow your head up, and then just boom, your body just falls, and then you just created up there. Like, what? They just scramble your fucking atoms up, right? I don't know. It's weird. Doomblade, what other card can I think of that has the power of the hulking raptor in the same rarity? You know what's funny is I was about to go questing. Oh, wait, no, that's mythic. Yeah, bro, its power level is nuts. For 4 green, you get so much. Like, off the top of my head, I got nothing. I got nothing. The strength is real. I think the creep really has to do with how hard they've leaned into Commander. Because to make waves in Commander, you need either crazy abilities that people can build around or just like powerful effects, right? And a creature like this, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even understand what they're designing for anymore, aside from trying to disrupt every format. So, Standard's going to be ugly for like the next year or so while they're still going over under the old design systems. And at the same time, we've got like an extended out Standard, the old design system, so they haven't catered for it to actually be like, because they stopped caring about Standard. They just went, whatever, we'll just throw it on Arena, do the alchemy stuff, change whatever we need to, and we won't worry about like anything other than trying to reach out into other formats. So it's going to be a bumpy ride for a while, man. It's going to be a bumpy ride for a while. These Ixalan dice, they're pretty solid. I like the way they look. I didn't get the one I wanted though. I saw a purple version that I liked better than this. Still nice though. It's cool that they include the spin downs with the pre-release kits to track your life. It's a nice little touch. I think we might be like halfway through Voyager. I don't know. We just watched the one where Tuvok gets like an alien memory implanted in his mind where it's just making him stuff fall off the cliff or whatever. And you know what? You know what I really like about Star Trek Voyager and older sci-fi and stuff like is they try and make it make sense. Yeah, they might make it make sense with Gizmo Mumbo Jumbo where they'll go, oh my God, Captain, it's a defragulon storm. Oh no! We've traveled back in time. Look at that, it's another defragulon storm. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, and look at this is how they fixed it. This is how we fixed it. Like, they may have gimmicky MacGuffin Magoos, but they follow trains of logic, mostly. You don't just sit there going, well, it doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would they do that? Right? Like, and that's something I see in a lot of stuff in more recent times where I'm like, look, man, if you want to have cool moments, it's cool, but please earn them. Please make them make sense. It's like in Black Adam, where they wanted to have the Rock's character like disintegrate a guy. And they didn't earn it at all. They're just like, we're going to do this. And it's like, none of this makes sense, though. So it's not satisfying because the events that you have leading up to this wouldn't happen. And so because they wouldn't happen, it's very difficult to enjoy this because it contradicts logic, right? When you tell someone to kill someone and they have an automatic weapon, the person who has the automatic weapon isn't going to walk up and reach out a tremulous hand towards the person. They're just going to fire wildly at them because that's far safer and far more logical. And when you all have weapons and you can all open fire, it makes no sense to pass the command down the chain to kill him and then have the final guy at the end of the chain instead walk up and try and grab him. And that wasn't what you were even told to do. But it all happened so the rock could disintegrate you in a cool way. And it's like, but you could just have had the guy tell him to grab him. You could just have, like, you can have the same scene. You can have the same scenes, right? It's like, I don't remember specifically why I was angry about the second Guardians of the Galaxy, but it had something to do with, like, the god and, like, giving the mom cancer. But it was like he could have, like, they could have done it in a way where he was, like, responsible for the mom's death, but in a way that made way more sense instead of just, like, some dumb nonsense where you go, I don't understand. It pulls you out of the movie. When you have a brain that works, it pulls you out. You just go, wait, what? No, I'm sorry. I'm following your logic. You've lost me. Roaming Throne definitely screams Commander, but Hulking Raptor is just straight power. Yeah, Hulking Raptor is straight power. That might be an attempt to maybe even, like, see if you can tweak Modern. I don't even know if something on that level is good enough for Modern at this point. But Roaming Throne, which one's that again? This one's a strange one. Roaming Throne, oh, this is like the tribal golem guy that has a panharmonicon built into it. That's a funky card. That's different. That's out there. I like that. That's weird. Juggling says, maybe the Star Trek officers were all the dumb throwaway humans that didn't want to repopulate while the rest of humanity flourished. Apparently humanity's doing amazingly. You can just, like, replicate anything. It's like, wow. And everybody, like, society just functions perfectly. Everybody can be what they want to be. Like, people run restaurants. They're like, yeah, I run this restaurant. And, like, they don't charge people any money to go there. It's, I mean, hell, if they could come up with some kind of world like that where everyone's taken care of, all their needs are, that'd be great. Star Trek is this, like, idealized utopian humankind sort of, we all got together, and now since humans have got our stuff sorted out, now we're going out into space. And I have to admit that Star Trek has, like, a naive and not harsh view of a lot of things because of the whole, like, we avoid getting in fights and we don't alter civilizations and go in with a light touch and learn and help and whatever. And it's like a lot of things are about conquering and battles, and Star Trek does not put an emphasis on that. They don't try and be like, check out all the crazy space battles and, like, tons of punch fighting and stuff, right? They've got some actiony stuff going on, but they're not, like, leaning heavy into it. And yeah, Star Trek just has a overall vibe that I enjoy. You're sure Modern Masters will fix Modern? Yeah, Modern Masters 3 will fix Modern. Or Modern Horizons 3 is what you mean. Modern Horizons 3 will fix Modern the way you get a dog fixed, bro. Oh. There'll be a bunch of new stuff you got to get, right? Well, maybe not a bunch, but enough. But enough. Oh, the root beer runneth low. Oh, man. Oh, I had a fun time at pre-release. I had a fun time hanging out with you guys. Thanks for coming and chilling. We will reconvene on the morrow. For now, head off. Hey, Al. Hello and goodbye, Al. See you later. Watch out for the chainsaw man.